we're doing a Swell Session today with the staff, the intern staff. There's a reason I said it that way. At IFGathering, we're here in Austin, Texas. And so our Swell Session today, I thought it would be fun to get this team of interns together and ask them if they could tell a small business owner one thing or two, it's totally okay, what would they want you small business owners to know about managing and hiring interns? So before you share your answer, just tell your name and where you're from and what your responsibility is.
I can start. My name's Bianca. I am originally from Kingsburg, California. Moved here to Austin to work on our communications team as a communications coordinator for IFGathering. And my one thing that I would say for any intern is allow your interns to be able to innovate with you. A lot of students and recent grads have so many great ideas that they want to share, and they think of things really, really quickly, and it only helps me to be able to sit down with my boss and be able to be really creative and innovate new ideas.
Love that. Very good.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm actually from Austin, Texas, and I'm happy to be back here working for IF. I work with Lindsay on fundraising and development and have really enjoyed it. And I think one of my things that I would love to say about how to treat interns is something that our staff did when we got here. We kind of took the first few days to get to know one another and our strengths and capabilities, and then from there we're assigned tasks. And I just remember sitting down with everybody in a meeting, and we went through every single thing that IF had to do, and then we actually had a chance to go and look at the list of tasks and mark things that we thought would be enjoyable and fun. And when they decided what positions we were going to be put in, they used that information, what we had decided and what they knew about us from that first few days, to decide what would be a good fit. And that was a really a neat way to feel like we were included in the process without feeling forced. And it was, yeah.
So getting to share your gifts first, like where, kind of how you're wired, where your strengths are, and then the team really implementing those and using those. I think the thing about that that's so good is you're going to succeed more when you're working within your giftings. Now, there's always going to be stuff, obviously, that we all have to do. I mean, in any business, whether you're running it or part of the team, you always have to do stuff that you don't like. And I want to interject here, and whoever wants to answer this can, but tell us, I forgot to tell a little bit about what IFGathering is. It's a nonprofit organization, but who wants to kind of give a brief description about just kind of in context what IFGathering is? Who wants to answer that?
What about the vet?
Oh gosh.
Jordan.
Option, Jordan.
So IFGathering is an organization, a nonprofit that desires to gather, equip, and unleash women to live out their purposes for the glory of God and for the good of others. And so that's kind of done in three ways. So one of them is we gather. So there's the gathering, which happened in February. And there's IF locals around the world who are also participating in that with us in Austin. And then there's equip, and so every day there's an online Bible study, Bible reading plan, where it's just a chunk of scripture, and then we have a video of some women we really respect who kind of share about it, and then it's really cool to see women engaging with that all over the world. And then we have Unleash, and so that the desire behind that is unleashing women in their local areas, but then all around the world to kind of get behind these causes and just join together to enable things to happen. And so
kind of live out what you're learning. You've gathered, you learn, and then live out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's what IF does, and so all of us are kind of a part of the team helping make all of those things happen. And so some of us are event specific, and some of us are just kind of overall specific, but everyone really has like a part in everything that IF does.
Which is awesome. So answer the question for anyone watching, if they're a small business owner, what would be the one thing that you would want them to know about hiring or managing interns?
I think the cool thing, I got to actually be a part of the process of, I was here last year and stayed on for another year, and I was a part of the process of bringing these guys in. And that was really cool to kind of see that side of things, but really just kind of trusting that whatever, whoever you're going to bring, looking at, you could have like 100 people apply or 2 people apply or whatever, but I think one of the things that IF does really, really well is they try and match up people with the culture. So it's not just like, can this person get this done, or is she going to be good at this, or is he going to be good at this, but it's, will they also fit in well within our culture? And I think everyone here does that well, and I think that's something that they've kind of enabled us to continue to do this year, is to help grow that culture and cultivate that culture, and that's, I think, why we enjoy being here. Like, we enjoy getting to do what we do, and using our gifts and all of that, but the culture and why we're here and having fun with each other in the office, that's kind of what helps us enjoy it day to day.
Yeah, I think we've eaten candy bars today, and deleted baby cactus drawers, and if you only saw how the cell phone is taped to the with painter's tape. So, I mean, I think that's a good point, is finding the balance between having fun and getting work done. So you talked a little bit about being a part of the hiring of the second wave of girls. Do you have one or two tips on hiring interns? Maybe something that you learned in the process that you would pass on?
Yeah, I think getting to know their personality as much as possible. So everyone had to send in a video.
Okay,
I would kind of say don't do it too long, because if you have too many people, you get to watch a lot of videos.
Okay, so keep it you've got to stick to 1 or 2 minutes or something.
Short and concise, but you get to see their personality in that, and having a few questions about themselves in that. That's not just related to the task, but also, getting to talk to people who know them, and getting to talk to people who know them in a work environment, and know, like, okay, this person is going to do really well at this, or their professor sees their work at school, or whatever it is. And then also saying, okay, this person is my friend, and I know that he or she will be really good in this area. So I think getting a round view of people.
So references and first person. I like the interview idea. I think that, the video idea. I think that's a creative way. No, it could get out of hand with, dance numbers. And,
I did
that. Bianca did that.
Of course. Bianca did a dance number.
She told me that. It was a music video. But
surprised me.
That was actually one of the reasons why I enjoyed applying to IF, was because the interview process was different. And when you are in college, or even graduating from college, or post that, you're applying to so many different jobs. I think even the employer making this kind of a fun aspect of the process makes it desirable to work there. And like, as an intern, you're trying to sell yourself, but companies are also trying to sell themselves to you. And as a small business, there would be nothing more that I would want to do than work for someone that I deemed was so fun, but also I admired what they do and their work. So I really thought that it was like incredible that IF did that, and it made it fun.
Embraced the musical number.
Of course. I love that.
Love that. And then Heidi, you have a little different perspective, because you came in kind of at a different phase in your life. So talk about maybe something, give your perspective on being a part of the intern team. And I think you made a good point earlier, but go ahead and share. Kind of.
So my name is Heidi. I'm originally from the Northeast. Yay! I don't get to see very many of my people down here in Texas, so I like to promote that about myself. I'm from Pennsylvania originally, but I am actually in my late 20s. I'm turning 30 this year. It's kind of stressful,
it's
but
not scary.
You know what? I'm getting through it. It's okay.
This side is not scary.
But I had a personal connection with IF, and decided to come on as an intern, and I was really a little bit nervous about being called an intern at this stage of my life. And I think, kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying, I came to IF because my heart followed the vision of IF. And if you can get people at whatever age they are, and you have their hearts, they'll do anything for you. Yeah. And so I 100% agree with what you said. Just in the hiring process, always making sure that you're hiring for character and heart and drive over skill set.
Yeah.
But anyway, also, for me, what I love about this job is that I never feel like an intern because I've been given so much responsibility, and I've been given just the ability to innovate and the ability to be a part of an incredibly dynamic team, and to be able to use my gifts how I see fit, and that I'm not just running and getting coffee. And there was never a phase of time when, you know, like there was intern initiation. Really, it was just always, we were always made to feel like an integral part of the team, and I think that's so important.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what, like, small businesses have at their advantage.
Yes.
Is you can have a fun culture, and you can have the interns be a part of your team.
Yeah.
Where, like, in a big business, they're going to be interns.
Right.
And they're going to get coffee, and they're going to... And
Right.
getting coffee, we love getting coffee.
Yes.
It's not that today. But, you know, it's just, like, that you can very much make them feel like it's one big family instead of... Okay, it's us, and then it's you, and you're going to do the things we don't really want to do.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's not. We don't feel that.
I love that.
Yeah, and there's so much check-in. I mean, the community aspect of it is huge. It's integral in everything that we do, and we have meetings not only with one another and as an IF family, but with people that we work directly with, and it's constantly a check-in process of how are you doing in work and in life, and it's really neat.
And I think that's huge, is sometimes as business owners, we're just focused on getting to the end goal or whatever project that is, and we sometimes forget to check in. And I think that's a great point, to just, whether it's once a week, have something set where you give everyone the freedom to say, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you overloaded on tasks? Is there something I can help with? Do we need to refocus, you know, your list? Whatever it is. I think that's huge to do the check-in, because we can get a little too driven sometimes and get blinders on and forget to check in. I think that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other one last thing or anything else that you just want to tell a small business owner to keep in mind with interns? If not, we're going to pass it on to this lovely lady and have her do a dance number as I have to get up and physically go turn off the camera, because that's where we're at in this startup with our Swell Sessions. So I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining us for our Swell Session on words from interns and their wisdom. I think you had some great ideas. And we're going to close out as we get this dance number.
And everyone, and stand.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me out.